November 2010, a dark, desolate road on the outskirts of Cape Town, South Africa. A newlywed couple is in the back of a taxi, enjoying the final days of their luxury honeymoon. They are deeply in love. They have their whole lives ahead of them. But suddenly, the car is forced to stop. Two armed men ambush the vehicle. The driver is thrown out into the street. The husband is robbed at gunpoint and eventually pushed from the moving car into the pitch-black night. He survives, but his beautiful young wife, Anni Dewani, is still trapped inside. The next morning, her body is found in the abandoned car. It looks like a tragic, random hijacking, a terrible case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But as investigators dig deeper, they uncover a story so twisted it will shock the entire world. Shriyan and Anni Dewani were the picture of perfection, wealthy, successful, and fresh from a lavish wedding in India. For their honeymoon, they chose the breathtaking scenery of South Africa. On the night of November 13th, after dining at a high-end restaurant, they decided to take a late-night taxi tour. Their driver, Zola Tongo, drove them through the township of Gugulethu, a neighborhood known for its high crime rates. As they slowed down at an intersection, the nightmare began. Two gunmen hijacked the vehicle. They took the couple's phones, their jewelry, and their cash. After driving around in the dark, they kicked Shriyan out the window, leaving him stranded on the side of the highway. He flagged down a passing car and called the police, desperate to save his wife, but it was too late. When the police finally located the stolen taxi the following morning, Anni was dead. She had been killed by a single gunshot to the neck. The story made international headlines instantly. A fairy tale romance violently shattered. Shriyan, the grieving widower, flew back to the United Kingdom, completely heartbroken. But within days, the narrative violently flipped. The South African police moved incredibly fast. They arrested the taxi driver Zola Tongo and two local hitmen. Faced with a life sentence, the taxi driver cracked. He confessed to his role in the crime, but he told investigators a story that nobody saw coming. He claimed that this was not a random carjacking. He claimed it was a highly orchestrated paid assassination, and the man who ordered the hit, the grieving husband, Shriyan Dewani. According to the driver, Shriyan promised them a large sum of cash to stage a fake hijacking and murder his new wife. The police quickly found CCTV footage from the hotel. It showed Shriyan handing the driver a pouch of cash just days before the murder. Shriyan fiercely denied the allegations. He claimed the money was simply to pay the driver for a surprise helicopter trip he was organizing for Anni. But the South African authorities did not believe him. They issued a warrant for his arrest. What followed was a massive, highly publicized 4-year legal battle as the UK government fought to decide if Shriyan should be extradited to face trial for murder. Was he the victim of a corrupt police setup or a cold-blooded killer? In April of 2014, Shriyan Dewani was sent back to South Africa. The trial of the decade had begun. The prosecution's entire case rested on the shoulders of the confessed killers. But when they took the stand, the case began to crumble. The hitmen contradicted each other constantly. Their stories changed. They could not agree on the timeline, the amount of money paid, or how the supposed deal was struck. Furthermore, the physical evidence was incredibly weak. Ballistics experts argued over the trajectory of the bullet. Defense attorneys pointed out that if this was a meticulously planned hit, it was executed with baffling incompetence. The defense argued a completely different theory. They claimed the South African police, desperate to protect the country's lucrative tourism industry, framed the foreign husband to make it look like an isolated imported crime rather than a local gang murder. The judge listened to the prosecution's witnesses and was entirely unconvinced. Before Shriyan even had to take the stand to defend himself, the judge threw the case out. The evidence was just too flawed. Shriyan Dewani was acquitted. He walked out of the courtroom a free man. To this day, the death of Anni Dewani remains a deeply polarizing and tragic mystery. Anni's family was left completely devastated, feeling that they never truly got justice for their beautiful daughter. Two completely different stories exist in the public mind. In one, Shriyan Dewani is an innocent man who survived a brutal attack, only to to be dragged through a living hell by a corrupt legal system. In the other, he is a master manipulator who pulled off the perfect crime and walked away untouched. What do you believe happened on that dark road in Cape Town? Was it a tragic, random carjacking or a carefully orchestrated murder? Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments down below. If you want to keep diving into the world's most compelling mysteries, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, keep your eyes open and stay safe.